Salut mes lapins! Right guys, welcome to today's lesson. Let me explain what we're going to do today. So, you have been module 3 superstars. Look at this. Say what we do on the internet. Boom, we can do that. Talk about what sports we play using our key verb jouer. And remember we say we play at. Say what activities to do using faire. Boom, we can do that. And we say do some. All of this you've practiced. You've been tested on, you know the vocab. There's only one thing to do. Before moving on to the second part of the module, we're halfway. What we're going to do is we're going to test you on these 3 things. How well can you say it? How are we going to test you? You're going to do some speaking today. So it's one thing knowing the vocab and understanding French people saying it, but what we want you all to do, year 7, is to be able to speak French beautifully and confidently. So when you go to France, if you meet a French person, you can talk to them about sports. You say, I play football, I like football because it's fun. That is what it's all about, guys. That's why we're here learning French. It's not just about our exam results, it's to give you guys a skill for life. And talking about that, when you do your speaking today, you might be a bit embarrassed, but when you perform to your mum and dad, say, this is what I can do in French, and read out what you've got, they won't believe how well you can speak French because you are really talented. So show it off today. We're going to do some warm-ups and then I'll talk about the speaking or how we're going to do it, and then you're going to do this at home. So all of that is to come today. You know how we start, people. Alors voilà, le premier chose à faire, s'il vous plaît, il faut inventer la date parce que je sais pas la date que tu vas regarder les vidéos, et copier le titre du genre, voilà, et ici vous avez le contrôle de post-it. Comment dire en français? I do that, I am sporty, my favorite player. Ooh, this is difficult today. Alors, comment dire les choses ici? Put me on pause, guys. When you restart me, I'll explain a bit more about this video and then we'll go through the post-it note test. Alors mes petits, right guys, let's make a start. If you've not done your post-it note test, if you've not got the title down, if you are doing this lesson in your book, make sure you're doing it now. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire aujourd'hui? I've already explained we're doing some speaking. You're going to say what sports you do, what sports you play, and we're going to talk about technology, what technology you use, what you do online. You're going to be speaking about all of that, and to do it, you'll need to know these 6 key phrases for today. So if you didn't know them, write them down, record them, because you can use them when we're doing some speaking and practice today. So, numéro 1, I do that, is je fais ça. This word here, remember you say it like this, ça, ça. It's a really useful phrase. It means that, but it can also mean it or this. J'aime ça. I like it, that, this. Voilà. Numéro 2, I'm sporty. There's a difference for masculine and feminine. You got to use the right one today. So, je suis sportif if you're masculine. Je suis sportif if you're feminine. Remember the if changes to if for masculin et féminin. My favorite player is a masculine and feminine for this as well. C'est mon joueur préféré if your favorite player is a man. Ma joueuse préférée if your favorite player is a girl. Numéro 4, I like that because. J'aime ça parce que. See, we've used this ça again. This is a really good phrase. You're giving your opinion. So if you say, I love playing football, people say why. You've got to use this. Alors, numéro 5, every day, c'est tous les jours. Love that. So useful. And finally, 3 times a week. Oh, this one was tough. Did you get it? It is 3 fois par semaine. Love that. Right, guys. So, talking about how often you do a sport or go online or do anything is a really nice way to add some details. If you've got 5 and 6, well done. Right, guys. You are ready for our challenge today. We're going to start with some speaking warm-ups that usually we do in class with your partner. You're going to have to do this on your own today, but it can be done. Et voilà, on va commencer avec les sables mouvants toutes seules. Vous savez ce qu'il faut faire. Vous avez 36 secondes. Les mots en bleu vont disparaître. Il faut dire anglais, français, rapidement. Alors, put me on pause for 1 minute. And what I want you to do is do your thinking, do your preparation, and go through what matches with which. So in your 1 minute prep, say, okay, on my phone, it's sûrement pas. Oh, I can't remember this word. What I'll do is I'll look back at last lesson and I'll fill it in. 1 minute, put me on pause and prepare. When you restart, I'll count down and then they'll start to go in those 36 seconds and you've got to do this. Let me show you how it's done. On my phone, sur mon portable, on my tablet, I organise going out, j'organise des sorties, I shop online, je fais des achats, I play online games. Or is it? Je joue à des jeux. Voilà, that's how fast you got to be. Put me on pause now and prepare yourselves. When you restart, I'll count you down. Alors mes petits, if you've restarted me, you're ready for this? Let's start. The words will start disappearing in 3, 2, 1, allez! Alright, first column's almost gone. Soyez rapide mes petits. Second column's going. Soyez rapide, hein? Et 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et c'est fini tout le monde. Alors, bon effort. Did you get to 15? If you did really well. Let's up our difficulty. Et voilà, donc maintenant, c'est la même activité. Mais cette fois, pour vous aider, les mots sont dans le bon ordre. Donc, on my phone, c'est ici. On my tablet, c'est ici. I organize going out, c'est ici. Donc, c'est dans le bon ordre. Mais cette fois, je vous ai donné seulement la lettre pour commencer la phrase. Par exemple, sur mon portable, number 2, on ma tablette, sur ma tablette, number 3, organize going out. J'organise des sorties. Donc, c'est la même chose. Put me on pause now. 1 minute to prepare yourself. When you restart me, I'll count down and we'll go for it. Alors mes petits, if you can hear me, you've obviously done your prep and you're ready. I'm going to count you down. On commence en 3, 2, allez! Okay, first column's halfway gone. Soyez rapide mes petits. Alors deuxième colonne, allez, allez, allez. Soyez rapide mes petits. Alors, et 3, 2, 1, c'est fini tout le monde. Alors, bon effort. Guys, that was really tough. How well did you do? You seem to know this vocab. Let's move on to make it a bit tougher. Alors maintenant, c'est une autre activité que normalement on fait avec nos partenaires. But you don't have any partenaires today as you're home alone. But don't worry, you can still do this task. There's 30 seconds until we start taking the words away. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? So, you've got to start at the first box and you've got to repeat. That's just going to help you remember it. So I'd use the blue box and I've got a choice either avec mon ordinateur, which means on my computer, with my computer, and avec mon portable. Let me go for that. So avec mon portable. Then I start at the start again and I add the next box. Avec mon portable, je regarde des clips vidéo. And then I go all the way back to the start. Avec mon portable, je regarde des clips vidéo. And I'll do the top one. Je fais ça, tu le temps. Okay, so I've got avec mon portable, je regarde des clips vidéo. Je fais ça, tu le temps. And then 30 seconds will pass. Mr. Ennis is going to take away this French and I'll replace it with the English. And just like the last activity, I'll give you the first letter for each one. You've got to keep going. So I've got a 30-second timer on my phone. When it goes off, I'll move the slide and then you have got 30 seconds to go to the end. So when you hear this noise, voila, I will move the slide on. Then you've got to keep going back to the start and you have to add the next sentence. The idea is to get all the way to the end. And then the very last box is even tougher. It says, I love doing sport because it's, and then you've got to invent a reason. It's fun, it's fantastic, or maybe you could say something more, it's good for me, or anything like that. That'd be brilliant. Right, guys, so 30 seconds on my timer. Get going, guys. 3, 2, 1, allez. Vingt secondes. Dix. Et 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et voilà. Alors, continuez mes petits. 30 more seconds on the timer. From the start, keep going. On y va. 25 seconds. 25. 15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voilà, alors continuez mes petits. Alors donc, on y va. « 20 secondes plus. 10. Et 3, 2, 1. Et continuez all the way to the end, guys. 30 seconds is ticking down. 20 secondes. 10. Et 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et voilà, alors on a fini. Right, guys, so let's test what you can do. Did you get to the end? Let's find out. Alors, maintenant, what I want you to do is, see this little writing icon? Because I want you to test yourself. I've put here 4 minutes, but really it's down to you. I want you to put the video on pause, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, just do your best. Then, what I want you to do is, it says here, écrivez la phrase que tu as fait. So write the sentence you've made. So in your books, on your paper, if you're on a computer, just type it up. What can you do? What was this? What was this? See if you can write it out. I've said 4 minutes, but put me on pause and then go and see how far you can get. When you restart the video, what I'll do is I'll move the slide to the next one and I'll change it back. So rather than saying with my computer, it will put it back to the French and then you can check your work. So get writing, put me on pause, and when you're ready, restart the video. Okay, you should have restarted the video. Let me go through the answers. Here is what you should have written. Voila! Right, guys, so what I want you to do is look at what you wrote, look at the French, just check your answers, see how good you are. Don't worry if you've made mistakes. This is a really tough memory task today. You've done really well on this, and these are some beautiful sentences. Year 7, you are ready for our picture card challenge. Put me on pause as you check your work. Restart me if you're ready for our speaking challenge. Let's go. Hello, Year 7. So you guys are warmed up. You know the vocab. You've put it into some really nice sentences. So today, remember what I said at the start of the lesson? We're testing your speaking. You're going to speak and talk about what sports you play and do and what you do in technology. To do that, we've got a GCSE task. Now, you might think, sir, I'm only 11 or 12 and I'm very stupid. I can't do a GCSE task. You'd be wrong. Your French is excellent, Year 7, and you are going to smash through this. I'm going to explain how it's done, and then you guys are going to have a go at this proper task. Alors mes petits, so this is what a GCSE exam card looks like. You'll see loads of these before you finally take your GCSE. This, you always get a picture, and then you get some questions off it. So how does the GCSE work? In the real thing, when you're 16, you'll have 12 minutes to prepare the picture cards. You'll get a picture and some questions. You've got 12 minutes and you can write out your answers in that 12 minutes. And that's why when we're in Year 7, we do the same. You need to write down your answer today and then read it out when you're performing. You are not allowed any help when you're in Year 11. That means no dictionary, no books, nothing. Now, you guys, it's down to you. You might want to be really daring and say, right, today I'm going to do like a Year 11 and I'm not going to use my book or vocab sheet at all. Or you might say, I'm going to use my book a bit to help me today. Completely down to you. You'll be ready for it. In the real exam, there's no way to cheat, guys. So this is what we want today. This is how to climb the ladder all the way up to success, baby. Look at this. And it doesn't look like Alex Taylor. There we go. To get to success, baby, this is what you need to do. So first off, These are our year 7 grades. This is whereabouts we expect you to go. You can see today you can go all the way up to our massive year 8 2.2. This would be an amazing place to be. So how do we get there? You need to give opinions. That's the first most important thing to do, and justify them. I like playing football because it's fun. All of you can do that really, really well. I want to hear linking words. It's fun. Also, c'est passionnant. It's exciting. I would love that. Then, to get to the very top grades, this is what you need to do. You need to talk about other people with our verb, which ch-ch-ch. Exactly. Following up pa. Yeah, well done. So you need to change the verb. Think about our verb endings. Think about how verb changes. To get the very top grade, you need to talk about your friend. My friend plays football. She likes football because, and even bigger, you need to do the extra challenge question where you tell me who your favourite player is. All of you can do that. I know loads of you will be going for gold today. Really happy with your efforts. So the first question is always, what's happening on the picture? I always give you a bit of help with this. You need to think of Sam. 3 things to think about. What can you see in the picture? What activity they're doing? And then what's the message? Let me show you. So I'll keep this up when you're preparing so you can have a little look at this and you can just copy down the answer to question 1. So all of this is GCSE language that we're practicing. So here's our picture for today. You got a family obviously playing some football in the sun. Nice. So what can you see? You need to copy one of these down. So I'd say, sur la photo, il y a une famille. Voilà. So copy that and copy that. Then how do they seem? So they seem happy. Which there I'm going to go for, because it's a mixture of boys and girls. I need to go for this one. Ils ont l'air contents. They seem really, really happy, don't they? They're playing football together in the sun. Ils ont l'air contents. Je pense que le sport est fantastique, or cool, or passionnant, whatever you want. So you copy that down for the first question. The reason we're copying it today is this is proper GCSE language. When you do your GCSE in year 11, you'd have had 4 years of practicing this language, so you'll know it off by heart. But just for today, guys, we're in year 7. See what you can do and copy it down. That's question 1 done. What about the other questions? Alors, let's have a look at the other questions now and work it out together. So here's your questions, guys. Put me on pause. I'll translate them in a minute. See if you can work out what is each of these questions asking you. Put me on pause now, see what you can work out. Hello, right guys, you should have looked at these questions and seen if you can work them out. So the first one's easy, describe the picture. I'll put the help up for that. The second one says, what do you do on your phone? So you need to think back to what we said, sur mon portable, je, and then tell me some activities you do on your phone. Obviously for you guys that'll be tougher because no one ever texts you or talks to you on your phone, but still make it up, tell me what you do on your phone. The next one, qu'est-ce que tu fais avec ta tablette? What do you do on your iPad or tablet computer? I've said here lie, don't say I don't have a tablet so I can't do this question. No way guys, make it up. So you could say you watch stuff, or maybe use your laptop, you do your homework on it. Anything you can, think about what to do. Now this next one, est-ce que tu es sportif? Qu'est-ce que tu joues? This is a really tough one. There's loads of different bits to it. Are you sporty? So you need to say I am sporty or I am not sporty. What sports do you play? Go for it. Can you put some time phrases in here? I play football every day. I play basketball 3 times a week. And then where do you play them? In the park, when it's sunny, when it's cold. Go for it. And then our last 2 questions then. What do you do when it's hot? And what do you do when it's cold? So mix up your sports. Maybe you do swimming when it's cold because it's inside. And when it's hot, you play cricket or whatever because it's that season. See what you can do. Guys, I want 1 sentence, maybe 2 sentences. Maybe you could go for 3 sentences per question. It's all down to you. See what you can do. In your books then, what I want you to do, just like year 11, is write out your answers to these questions. Now, if you're on a computer, if you don't have your book or whatever, type out your answers to these questions. See what you can do, see how well you can answer them. And the last one's our extra challenge, so I haven't translated it. What does this mean? Est-ce que tes amis sont sportifs? There you go. So think about talking about others, thinking about our verb at ch-ch-ch. Exactement. See what you can do, guys. Right, so this is what we want to do. I've given you 15 minutes now. This is for obviously if we were in class, you know this, we do 6 minutes in silence, 9 minutes where you can talk, but we're not in class today, so you can have all the time and you've got no one to talk to. No one at home I don't think can help you unless your parents do speak French. So 15 minutes on your phone, set a timer for 15 minutes, see how many of these questions you can answer in 15 minutes. By the end of the 15 minutes, you're going to read your answer out and I want you to have made 30 seconds of French. I'll be so happy if you can say 30 seconds of French for all the questions. 45 will be phenomenal, and then 1 minute means you're an expert difficulty. That doesn't mean you answer really slowly. Je suis très sportif. Don't fool yourself, yeah? 1 minute at a good pace will be brilliant. Right, guys, so here's question 1. Put me on pause. You got 15 minutes until performance time. Good luck, guys. I wish I could hear all these. 15 minutes, off you go. Alors mes petits, right guys, so if you've restarted the video, you've had your 15 minutes of prep. How did you go? Now, let's see. This is a GCSE test today, so I think you've done really well. Remember, timer on your phone. See if you can get to 30 seconds or 45 seconds or 60 seconds. Read it out and time yourself. And then, what level would you give yourself? I'll allow you to give yourself a level today. Whereabouts would you be? Now, just because you haven't done this, for instance, doesn't mean you still can't get this mark. I mean, you should be using connectors, but just remember it for last time. It's like overall, what's the best fit? Whereabouts would you put yourself? So that's what to do today, guys. Listen, perform well. I think you've been legends today. If you want, why don't you perform to your parents? Show them how good your French is. They might buy you a present or something. It will be well worth it. They will be so impressed because I am always impressed by my year 7s, what you can do. So guys, good luck. Perform. When you're ready, restart me. Hey, hello, year 7. That is what it's all about. A phenomenal effort today. You've done some writing, you've done some speaking completely in French. So, you legends, that's what it's all about. You can talk about what sports and technology you use and play, which is a phenomenal skill to have. So, we'll be moving on to giving some high-level opinions next lesson. But well done today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. It looks like lockdown might be lifted towards June, but we just don't know yet. But it'd be great to go back to school and see you guys and listen to your brilliant French. Well done for today. Any problems, you email me, yeah? Alors, merci mes petits. Au revoir.